Our next speaker and last speaker is Ken Fredgren. Welcome, Fred. Ken. Both of you.
Well, I was going to say good afternoon, but good evening, Madam and board members. Today is the one-year anniversary of your unanimous approval of Supervisor Hudgens' board matter recognizing Reston Accessibility Committees for its work to improve accessibility to public accommodations and commercial facilities for persons with mobility impairments. We are grateful still for that honor, and we are pleased to see your support of accessibility articulated in this legislative package. The board matter called for the establishment of an interagency work group, quote, to review existing policies and determine if there are opportunities to improve the complaint process, close quote. A year later, we are hoping to see the results of the group's deliberations soon. As you know, RAC's mission is to reach out to commercial owners in Reston in good faith and with goodwill, proposing ways that accessibility to their premises can be improved for customers with mobility impairments by providing reserved parking spaces supported by access aisles, curb ramps, and in some cases, crosswalks on the shortest accessible route to an accessible entrance to the building. Implicit in those modifications is ensuring the safety of those customers as they move from a parking space, sometimes across traffic, to an accessible entrance. The message of a correctly worded accessible parking sign to able-bodied drivers is, park here, and you are subject to a $500 fine and to having your vehicle towed away. On many signs in Fairfax County, including Reston, the fine and/or the tow-away warning are not included. The message of a correctly worded sign to a customer with a disability plate or placard is, this parking space is reserved for you. It provides you with direct accessibility, and it is correctly laid out to safely and efficaciously accommodate you. There is a conundrum here. What does a county inspector do if there is not simply a signage problem, which they are empowered to enforce, at a property owner's premises, but also an accessibility problem? If the parking space has no access aisle parallel to it, no curb ramp contiguous to the access aisle, and/or if the space is not located on the shortest accessible route to an accessible entrance, the sign is a lie. There are many such signs throughout Fairfax County. Depending on how long an owner has been in business, he or she might have had as many as 20 years now to implement accessibility standards now commonly recognized and enforced throughout the United States. An owner of goodwill, motivated by the common good principle so important in our county and in our country, even could have done it incrementally over the years, yet many are still not welcoming this large group of customers and potential customers. As of the end of last year, there were 20,000 disability parking permits in force in Fairfax County. Multiplying that by, say, $10,000 worth of shopping, dining, and theater going in a year, that comes to $200 million. As of the end of last year, there were 228,000 disability parking permits in Virginia. Multiply that by, say, $5,000 a year spent in the state's retail and service businesses, and you get $1,140 million. Those figures turn on its head the hackneyed business owner's argument against making modifications because of the expense. Such modifications are tax-deductible investments that will pay off in just a few years. Accessibility advocacy is about fair access to American life. The absence of that access is discrimination, a civil rights abuse. The arguments for improved safe access for customers with mobility impairments are legal, economic, and moral. Thank you very much for your time, your support, and your goodwill.
Thank you very much, Ken. Appreciate your coming out this evening and for staying so long. You've been here for some time, and we appreciate very much.
Well, this
Your words.
4:30 hearing was great. Thank you all.
You thought so.
Thank you, Supervisor Hudgens.
Thank you. I wanted to thank Mr. Fredgren for coming out. I also think I need a follow-up to staff because I think we are awaiting the results of that staff review. And I guess maybe I should save this until the public hearing is over because I do have some comments about the legislative plan.
Okay, thank you. Thanks again, Ken. And I will close the public hearing.